空港に着いた時からワクワクが始まる。飛行機の迫力、空からの景色、気持ちはぐんぐん高まっていく。空旅にしかないハイな気分があるんだ。 ANA。
穏やかな風とともに揺られて京急に乗って自由気ままな一人旅。自然の美しさに包まれた三浦の街はどこかノスタルジックでとても温かく、私に元気をくれる。
いらっしゃい。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
お魚すごいですね。
全部海岬です。
長く続くお店から新しいお店まで、美味しいものから自然に触れる体験まで溢れている。心のざわめきが風や波とともに穏やかに消えていく気がする。心地よい三浦半島。
空港に着いた時からワクワクが始まる。飛行機の迫力、空からの景色、気持ちはぐんぐん高まっていく。空旅にしかないハイな気分があるんだ。 ANA。
The land of the rising sun. Yes, we are in Japan for the final event of the World Tour. Final event on the PWA World Tour. Yes, we are back in Yokosuka, just 80 kilometers from Tokyo. And this is the event where world titles are decided. We have got 5 days of action coming up. Action from the men and the women in the foil slalom discipline. But how is it looking at the top coming into this event? In the men, the Italian Matteo Iachino is sitting at the top of the rankings, and he would need to have his worst result this year for the title to go any other way.
Yeah, it's been long, but not so many races. I'm happy about my performance throughout the season. I started with the first in Guadalupe, and I had a solid second in Zilt, and that was last month. And now we are here in Japan for the end of the season of foil. I'm leading the ranking. I feel really good. I tested all the sizes again.
Closest challenger is Pierre Mortefon. He really needs a win here if he's going to have any chance of taking that title.
Yeah, it's a long story. We have together since years. He had a really good year. I had an okay year according to all the story I had all around the year. And yeah, I'm happy to arrive to this last event with still a chance. It's not easy, but my plan is just to do my best and try to win the event. It's not about the annual ranking. It's more about making a good race and having a good result here.
And then we cannot count out Maciek Rakowski and Amado Vrieswijk. At the moment, battling for the podiums, but with no discards this year, it could go any way.
Yeah, I just want to race good, focus on my starts, my jibes. The speed was always there. If I can put it together, I'm gonna come out with a good result. Whether that's a win, a podium, this is always hard to predict. but I'm positive that everything is there. So let's see how it goes.
I think the forecast for the next 2 days look pretty solid, so I think we're going to have some powerful racing going on. And yeah, the fight, I think, for the podium is Matteo is too far ahead, but I think the main fight for me will be with Maciek. And yeah, I've been training a lot, I've been putting in the hours, I feel great, I'm ready to race.
And then we've got last year's champion here in Japan, Johan So, going for his 4th win in a row on the PWA. He won't be up there in the overalls because he's not done all the events, but he could cause a problem for the title contenders. In the women, it is super open with only 2 events on the tour this year. Justine Lemaitre, last year's world champion, is sitting at the top of the rankings.
Yeah, it's a really good season so far. It's my first season with Patrick. And I won in Guadeloupe back in April, so I'm now leading the World Championship. We're on the last stage here in Japan. Everything is possible because we're only having 2 stages for the women, so it's all to play for this week.
But in 2nd place, Lena Erzin, who won here 2 years ago. And in 3rd place, we've got Blanca Alabao, who has got good memories in Japan.
So it's just 2 points from the world title. I have big chance, I would say, because we are more girls here in Japan. I like these conditions. I did 2 podiums here, and yeah, I'm feeling ready. I feel faster than back in the season, so I'm motivated and glad to be here.
So with only 1 event on the tour already, this will be the 2nd. There is no discard, so anything can happen. And to throw the cat amongst the pigeons, Marion Mortefon, last year's champion, is back. So it is all going to go off this week.
I'm starting a real new life, completely new life. But yes, I'm super happy and also happy to be able to come back. This year there is only 2 events. I missed the one in Guadeloupe. I have a chance to come back. I would say I'm not 100% in shape, but it's not really the goal here. The goal is to enjoy the competition.
We've got 5 days of action. The forecast looks good. We are ready. Are you ready? Tune in to find out. Okay, welcome to day 2 here at the Fly A&A Windsurfing World Cup. Today, it's meant to be windy. At the moment, it is starting to pick up. We've had a slow start, but people are starting to get ready. We've got Mr. Japanese number 6. See what's he rigging? 8-7 on the board. So we're going to have a little bit of a pit walk. We're going to see who we're going to bump into. Obviously, this is the last event of the year. World titles are on the line. And with no discards this year, pretty much anything can happen. Obviously, we're expecting the top guys to do their normal thing. But with no discard, any mistake, any kit breakage could be massively punished. So we're going to have a little walk around. I've got a new cameraman. Watch out for the rock. But we're going to have a little walk. Let's see who we're going to bump into, see what everyone's rigging. It is light, so I'm guessing big stuff is on order. Let's have a word. How are we doing?
I'm doing good.
What have you rigged?
I rigged 7.7, my biggest sail.
That's your biggest?
Yes.
How heavy are you?
I'm 77 kilo.
Okay.
Yes, so same.
What do you think? Because it's meant to be windier, isn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be windy, but I think the temperature's a little too hot, so that's why the wind's not kicking in. Maybe we have a chance. Right now we can see one guy flying, so...
Yeah, they've just gone on standby, I've heard.
Yes.
So, and then when that postponement flag comes down, you have 15 minutes. Ready?
I'm ready.
What's your goal for this event?
At least to go semi-finals, then either try to go to the losers final. This is my goal,
Nice.
I guess.
Who's the Japanese? Who's the best Japanese? Who are we looking out for?
Oh, I think the guy you were talking to, he's the fastest guy right now in Japan. So I think if it's windy, he will go.
Okay. What's his name?
His name is Kenta.
Kenta, yes. Yeah. We've seen him before. He's done some good stuff. Well, good luck today if we get going. Let's have a little walk through. Hello, hello, hello. Let's check. We've got Liberty sails. These boys are using no cam sails, so we're going to keep an eye on those guys. Who have we got? Bobby Lynn. Everyone's in a chance. Bobby, you're in with a chance of a podium. I mean, we'll have to come out here maybe. You never know, do you? You know, with one competition.
Yeah, no, of course. Like in Guadeloupe went very well. We only have 1 day of racing. I did some good races, but also some bad ones. So I ended up in 5th, but let's see if I can do better here, yeah.
Still a chance.
Yeah.
You've been practicing on the foil much?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
You ready?
I am.
What have you got rigged?
6.7 and 7.7.
So 7.7's your biggest as well?
Yep.
Okay, it's the same as that guy. You need a bigger sail.
He only has 7.7?
He's his biggest
Oh,
sail.
wow, yeah, that's crazy.
So you're holding it on. I take it you've rigged your 7.7.
Yep, it's laying there.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's go. We carry on through. I mean, this is what's going on in the tents these days. This is looking. What we got going on? How's their camera in here? We're going to sit in the tent. First event.
Yes.
Are you ready for action?
Yeah.
What's your goals coming into this competition? Because there's a lot of women here. I think there's like 20 women maybe.
Yeah. Something like.
What's your goals?
A final, not much.
Yeah. Finals.
Yeah. Finals.
What about this girl? You got a chance of a world title this year. Second in Guadeloupe.
Yeah. Very excited.
Nervous? You've had good results here before. Did you win 2 years ago? Was it?
Yeah. No, I'm not nervous. Just excited, and I hope it will be windy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, calm. She's ready. Action. Ready?
Yes.
Getting your hair ready.
Yes. It's going to be fast sprint.
Your first PWA?
Yes. Yeah.
From?
Norway?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've been doing pretty good. The Norwegians have had a bit of a run of good sailors. You've been going obviously IQ foil.
Yeah. So that's been good. So this is a bit different.
Yeah.
I hope I can jibe.
Well, that would be a good start, but I've been hearing your name, so there's a few people tipping you to do well. No pressure.
No pressure.
What's your goals?
Get around the course.
Good to keep your goals high. I always say that. So we'll be looking out for you. I think we need one race to find out where all these girls are, because there's good talent, but obviously slalom is a little bit different to the IQ foil stuff.
Yes, it is. And equipment is something new. Yeah.
So just for people at home, the front wing on the IQ foil is 900?
900. And then the sail is 7.3. And the board is a bit bigger.
So what have you got here?
I'm renting some stuff.
Okay. So what's your size of your front wing?
I think it's 346 something, I don't know.
That's good to know you know your equipment. That's good to know. I'm looking forward to this first race. I thought you were the hairdresser, but you're obviously racing.
Yeah, I'm racing. Not just the hairdresser.
So I've heard your mom's pretty good.
Yes, yeah, my mum's well known in the PWA.
Dad is alright as well.
Yeah, he was competing as well a little bit in this. So.
What's your mom's Barbara Kendall? I used to race with your mom. That shows how old I am as well.
It's a small world. It's a small world out here.
So you ready?
As ready as I can be, you know.
Do you know what equipment you've got?
I do. I know the numbers, but I've only used them a couple times, so it's going to be interesting to see what it's going to be like.
And have you got any goals?
Same as Maya, just get around the course and hopefully make on to the start time, start on time. That's my
probably goal. A good tactic. I'm looking forward to the first race to see how you girls do. Good luck. Definitely good luck. We might need it. See you in a bit. Okay, so there you go. That's how it's looking in the girls' camp. I mean, I think they're playing their skills down a bit. We've got some proper talent there. They've been smashing it up in the under 21s, under 23s, IQ foil stuff, you know, so I think we're going to see some action. But let's see. It is different, IQ foiled compared to the, you know, the PWA slalom. You can see a few people going out now. So maybe there's a few people rigging. It's looking a little bit more frantic. Let's have a look. Bob, come out here. Come on, what's happening? Are you going?
Yeah, we go in 15 minutes.
That's what they said.
I'm in the 7th heat, so I have some time.
Okay.
It looks really light, but let's see what we're gonna do.
Okay. Well, we better hurry up, because it sounds like we are going. You can see everyone's starting to rig up. We might have to take a little quick run back because there's action happening. What we got going on? What size you rigged?
8.3.
8.3.
I think gonna be on 8.3, mate.
Is that your big one?
Yes, the biggest. Okay. Because I think gonna be on the edge. Not sure we can race, but at least we're gonna try. Huh?
I think it's a lot windier out there.
I think so.
Previous years of anything to go
yeah.
Wind, you're out there, light in here.
Let's see.
Yeah,
We will
okay.
pump a bit.
Good luck, good luck. Okay. We're going to have a quick run through because we've got to get back. We're going to put this video online, so you're going to be watching this, and we're probably going to be racing. So we're having a quick run. We just have a word with Mr. Matt Checky. What's he rigging? What you rigging?
Big.
Big?
Big.
What's big?
8.7 and 7.7.
Okay.
Biggest swings, biggest everything. I mean, nobody's foiling at the moment, so looks pretty dodgy, but apparently there's something, so let's see.
Okay, good luck, good luck, good luck. Yeah, I think what we'll do, we're going to have to cut this pit walk. We're going to go straight to the live action. We'll see you in a minute. Okay, so here we go. Yes, we are in. So we have just heard, actually that was recorded about 15 minutes ago, just before it looked like we could be seeing some action, but all the riders have actually made it onto the water, but the wind has dropped back a little bit. So we are actually on postponement, I've heard, at the moment on the water. But everyone is ready. Obviously, this is day 2. You've seen the build-up. You know this is the last competition of the year. It's obviously very late in Europe. So let me know in the YouTube comments where you're watching from, where you are in the world. Are you staying up late? How late are you going to stay up? I mean, usually we'd expect to see the wind stronger in the morning. That's what we were expecting to see this morning, and we got up and it was kind of glassy. So it has picked up since then. We can see a few people foiling around. We've seen 6 to 10 knots on the course, and they're a long way out. You know, this can't really do it justice how far away they are. You can hardly see them from the beach. Obviously, we've got the drones up there at the moment. So there is some foiling action going on, but it does seem it's a little bit light for official competition. So everyone at the moment is on the water. Let us know who you think's going to win the world title this year. Obviously, in the men, Matteo Yukino is the man to watch. He's got a really healthy looking lead. So I think it would take Pierre Mortefond to win, and Matteo would have to be in 5th place, I think it is, which is, you know, could you see that happening? Well, it could happen, because what we're seeing already is if this was a week of racing, it's difficult to see Matteo Yukino not being in the top few. But when he gets down to maybe one day of wind, maybe a couple of races, all bets are off, because one mistake, one over the line early, one, you know, getting taken out by another competitor could have a massive impact on the results. For example, if we didn't get to 4 eliminations here, let's say we only do 3, that means there'd be no discard. So any mistake could easily put any one of the riders outside of the top 5 places. So that's the interesting bit. I mean, it's not interesting or exciting for Matteo Yukino fans, because that means it starts to get, whoa, there'll be nerves going on. You know, even though he's got such a good lead with no discards, you can't relax. He's going to have to push. And when you're pushing and you know a mistake could cost you a world title, it's a different kind of pushing. But what we've seen this year, the guy has been in absolutely, you know, dominant form in Guadeloupe. Didn't lose a heat, let alone a final, which was crazy. But it was only one day of racing. Then we obviously had Silt, where Johan So was back. He won that competition, but Matteo Yukino solid in 2nd place, and that's, you know, obviously give him that healthy looking lead he's got. But we are in the last competition of the year, and yeah, that's why it is actually really interesting. In the women, we're also seeing some interesting things happening. Only 1 competition so far and 2 competitions for the year. This is the 2nd one. Again, over the line early, a mistake. There's 20 riders here in the women, so any mistake could be really costly and cause a real problem. So as long as you are in the podiums, you've got a chance of a world title. Could we see a new world champion this year? Obviously, Lena Erzin 2nd in Guadeloupe. She has an equally good chance to get her first world title in the main fleet. So yeah, Blanca Alabao got, you know, good results here in Japan, got good memories from Japan. Could she do the business? Obviously, the advantage is with Justine Lemaitre, but all those wins, all that results that she got in Guadeloupe still only counts for a first. You know, there's no extra bonus. So there's only 1 point place between Erzin and Justine Lemaitre. So that's the way it sits at the moment. That's the way it's set. And the less racing we get this week, the more stress and more, tension there will be on this racing. We did catch up with a Mr. Jordi Vonk earlier to get his thoughts. And he obviously, at the moment, he's got a very outside chance of a podium, but he's still in the mix and he still could do some damage. So let's go and see what Jordi had to say.
I mean, I go in confident, knowing that I had a good season behind me. I mean, the slalom mixed results, of course. In foil, I am on the highest rank I've been ever so far. So it really feels a bit that I have nothing to lose. Even though I, of course, can lose a lot of the ranking this event, but it doesn't feel like that, like I feel very good this season, so I just try to finish it off in style. I learned a couple of things, actually, that some other stuff is more important than this, like I got father for the second time, and it's a beautiful thing, and I think this year I've been putting a little bit less pressure on myself, spend more time with the family, enjoy those moments. And I think this gave me the power to perform even better on tour. It's amazing to be here. I always enjoy to go to Japan. I always look forward to this trip. The people are amazing. So far I'm here 3 days. It's 3 days windy. It's an amazing venue, so it's cool to be here.
Okay, so competition is on hold. And that is where we're sitting at the moment. That is the view from the committee boat. It is sunny today. Yesterday was absolutely freezing. They actually set up my commentary booth outside, which, I'll be honest, I wasn't the happiest yesterday. It was absolutely freezing. Today is like, you couldn't be any different. It is boiling. So now I'm complaining I'm too hot. Yeah, I'm from England. That's what we do. That's what we do. Look, we've got all the kids touring the beach at the moment. And that is how it's looking. Really good to see a good Japanese turnout as well. If you look at the eliminations, you will see we have got a full round in that first round. Sorry, the first quarterfinals. We've got the first round before the quarterfinals. So we've got seeded riders already through. This is Japan 40 on the no-cam sail on the Liberty stuff. So really cool to see those guys, holding on with the no-cam. We've got a Hong Konger there. Did you know that? A person from China is called Chinese. A person from Japan is called Japanese, obviously. I'm a Brit. We're British. And then I was like, then I met Wayne earlier, which I'm guessing that is Wayne there from Hong Kong. And I'm like, what's a Hong Kongian? Is it Hong Kong? Looked it up. Hong Konger. Who knew? Who knew? I didn't know. I've got to be honest. If you knew that, you're lying, surely. Did anyone else know that out there? Let me know where you're watching from. Let's have a look. Who's out there? Where are you watching? We've got Bonaire tuning in, waiting for the action. We've got Windfoil from Vancouver tuning in. Billy obviously tuning in over in the UK. 120. Oh, you naughty boy, staying up late. Lars, editing in Germany. He's been my roommate here before. That guy does not sleep. It's ridiculous. I don't think I've seen him sleep 1 hour in the whole week I was here. But yes, I have been practicing my Japanese. That is the race site. That's how we're looking at the moment. So hopefully we get some action. Tomorrow morning is looking good. I'm not holding up too much hopes for this afternoon. They're saying when we spoke to, was it Kenta earlier on the beach, he was saying that it's a bit hot. It's a bit hot to get the thermal. It's always like that, isn't it? Who knows? Who's got experience that? Wherever you go in the world, it's too cold. Oh, it's cloudy. Oh, it's too sunny. Yeah, so, that's how we're looking. We are on hold. I will be coming back as soon as we get live action. As soon as we've got something to do some commenting on, I will be straight back on to bring you the live action. So if you are staying up, I'll be honest, the forecast for the day was kind of good in the morning and then tailing off. We haven't had that so far. It really didn't come in. So it's losing a little bit of hope. You can see there is Gus still on the water, so we'll have to cross our fingers. But hopefully tomorrow morning will be better than we saw this morning. This morning we literally got up and it was glassy, so it was a bit of a worry. So that's how we're looking. But stay tuned. You never know. You never know. See you soon. Is my mic off? I worry. I'd like a kill switch.
Okay, the wind is back on the course. We have 5 to 8 knots. 5 to 8 knots. Red flag is up on the committee boat for hit number 1.
PWA Windsurfing World Cup 横須賀三浦大会 Day 2。はい。先ほど、はい。レッドフラッグ上がりました。上がりました。ということは、急に上がりましたね。はい。突然、はい。もう油断してたら突然なんかボーンと上がりました。そう。4分前。はい。そうですね。いよいよ始まります。はい。ちょっと第一ヒートの選手は、はい。現状には映ってないんですけど、選手を紹介しますね。JTN28、田久保一郎、85、鈴木智彦、75、田島航、97、田口正人、69、中島隼人、SUI にエリアコンボ、91、梶山優斗、そして初夜の1、福田が組以上ですね。はい。この中から4名が次のラウンド勝ち上がっていきます。はい。さあ、ここから上がってくるのは、この選手と予想しますか。エリアコンボはもう間違いない。
We're on. The red flag is up and we are getting into action for the first heat. So there is not a lot of wind out there, I won't lie. 5 to 8 knots. So I think this is more, well, let's see. We've got an all Japanese affair, I think, in this first one. Let me just catch up. Oh no, we got a Swiss in there as well. Colombo is sandwiched in between the Japanese. We've got Kaku in this one. We've got Suzuki, Tajima. We've got Masaki, Takajima. Obviously Colombo from Switzerland, I mentioned already. Kajiyama and Kuragano. So we've got a full 7 Japanese riders. They've come out in force for this year's World Cup. Can any of them make an impression on the top seeds? Obviously, this is the first round. Top 4 riders will go through to the quarterfinals and join Maciek Rakowski, William Hubert. We've got Scotty Storman and Nico Preen already in that first quarterfinal. So 4 riders from this first heat will go through. And I mean, some of the Japanese riders here, you might find they've got some pretty big front wings. They're quite light riders. They might make easy work of these light conditions. We'll have to see. But we are getting down to it. You can see there's plenty of gusts out there. Like I say, let us know if you're still tuning in. Windfall says it's going to be a pump fest. We've got Belgium 20 Mine saying, let's go. Windfall said maybe it'll pick up. Well, you were right. Look at that. Look at upwind. It's full white capping on that shot. Well, I called it. Here we go. Getting ready for the start by the looks of it. It looks like, doesn't it? It is going to be a proper pump fest. And there we go. It's a good start. Colombo, I think it is, on the Patrick stuff down this bottom end with a great start. Difficult to actually see the sail numbers on that shot, but we're going to go with it. We should have the GPS numbers at some point on the screen, which will definitely help us out. Give us a bit of a better idea. Because obviously, when you've got a lot of new riders in the mix, it is difficult to put them out. But you can see there's a fair bit of pumping going on. The keen eyes out there, but it's definitely Colombo in the lead, the Swiss rider. And then the Japanese riders behind. Got 911, is that? I think it is. Or 801. Kuragano. But they're making good work of this. Cruising round. Yes, it's light, but they are making it look easy. Let's have a go through the fleet. Maybe we can have a look at the other riders because we need to work it out. There's a Swiss 2, which is Colombo. Second place. He's having to put a few pumps in here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so 801. It looks like Colombo's GPS not quite working, but it looks like it is Japan 801, which is Kuragano in second place, just behind Colombo. Got Japan 28 up there as well, which is Kaku. And then Japan 69. Looks like, Tajima. But that looks like it was Kuragano that's gone down on that outside mark. Tajima on that Neil prize, not going to make the mark as well. Drops off the foil. There's a few people not making it. Is this race going to count? That's the question. I don't think it is. I mean, Colombo has absolutely nailed it though, hasn't he? We've seen him on the PWA quite a few times before, but he's a keen IQ foiler. So used to racing in the light winds, and he's made easy work of this. I haven't officially seen the cancellation flag, but I'm pretty sure, looking at the other riders, that there we go. There it is, the flag. So I think they wanted to give it a go, just to make sure. Not quite sure what was going on with the GPS there. Obviously, because Swiss number 2 was leading the race. It didn't quite seem to put him in first place. If you are watching at home and you're a keen foiler or windsurfer, get on the WaterSpeed app, because we do have another competition challenge this week, and not only a prize for the winner, you know, participation. You could end up with a prize just for getting involved. So if you haven't downloaded the WaterSpeed app, get that downloaded and go to the challenge section and enter the PWA challenge. Signed Rashfest up for grabs. Yep. And a WaterSpeed Pro subscription. It's a 250 meter challenge. So it's your average speed over 250 meters. And then obviously there's a results table, but the winner will be picked, I think, at random for entering the challenge. So you don't have to be the fastest, but it's always interesting to sort of gauge yourself against the PWA guys. I don't think we've seen a PWA guy win this challenge yet, because obviously they can only do their speeds at this venue in the race. And then we've got obviously a lot of guys around the world at speed venues going on speedboards. So, but it's interesting to see, you know, how quick the guys can go. We see some stats. Interesting stat was Johan So, just how much more distance the guy covered in the day compared to Pierre Mortefon, for example. I think he did nearly double the distance, which was, you know, him going out early, sailing the course, staying out later, doing some tuning. And I thought that was really interesting. Obviously, the speeds were really interesting as well, but I thought the distance that Johan covered in that day for the guys that did exactly the same racing was really interesting to see. So, you know, you can get all those stats. And obviously, it's not just about the challenges, the WaterSpeed app. You can obviously use it in your just everyday sailing, and you can set up your own challenges with mates and stuff. So it is a really cool app to have on your phone, especially if you've got like an Apple Watch. It syncs really well with that, but it does go with the Garmin, Coros, and they're working on quite a few others. I'll have to check the list, but it pretty much works with most of the GPS devices these days. So yeah, get on it, get involved. But yeah, we have got the cancellation flag up, and there he is, the reigning tour leader at the moment, potential world champion in 2025. If you're a betting man, get a couple of quid on him, that's for sure. But it's going to be a nerve-wracking week. I think the less races we have this week, the scarier it will be for Matteo Iachino, because, you know, pretty much everyone's going, well done on your world title already. So it already starts to feel like it's a foregone conclusion. But with no discard, and potentially, if we don't get many races this week, maybe potentially no discard in the competition itself, this could be very scary, because this is when we do see upsets in results, a PMS at the wrong time, equipment breakages, like I said, maybe a collision, something out of his control, which is not the way we want to see it go down, but these are potentially things that could happen. It's a very competitive fleet, that, you know, the top 10 especially, and especially the top 5. So yes, you know, he's looked in dominant form this year. He's looking like maybe one hand on the trophy. Could you see him finishing 5th this competition? Well, with less than, let's say, 3 eliminations maybe sailed, it could potentially happen. And I think that would be quite a very tense way to finish this year. And it is looking like, when I looked at the forecast the other day, there is wind on the last day. So potentially it could come down to the last day at the last moment to crown that world champion. And obviously same in the women as well, with only one competition. So it is poised to be an exciting week. Nerve-wracking as well. Who's your money on out there? Let me know. Did you see the walk around earlier? I did a little bit of interview with a few of the IQ foil girls. I won't lie, obviously I've not done too much IQ foil commentary, so a few new names for me. I've seen them around the results and stuff, but Barbara Kendall, I don't know, record-breaking medalist from the Olympics. I think she's got the most medals, or something. I can't remember the stats on it, but obviously won a fair few medals, Barbara Kendall. As daughter is racing, and she's been tearing it up on the IQ foil. So it'll be interesting to see how she goes. Obviously, her second name isn't Kendall. It is Bright. Yeah, Bright. Amy Bright. So keep your eye on her from New Zealand. Also, other names to look out for. We should really say, because there are a few names that could cause some upsets. So we've got Amy Bright, definitely one to look out for. We've got Geisler, which is the Norwegian. We also spoke to her. She didn't seem too confident when talking about the gear, but I think that's just a way to play it down. You know, she's here obviously having fun, not much pressure, but when you're one of the top racers, you're going to want to, you know, throw down a performance. You're going to want to try and, you know, get some results in. So I think we got to keep an eye on her. Kirk Demir as well, the young Turkish rider. I think we got to look out for her. So yeah, it's going to be some interesting results. And obviously Erzin, maybe potentially a first world title. Obviously Justine Lemaitre has the advantage, but if Erzin was to win this, she would probably take the world title. We'd have to, obviously it goes on count back, it goes on who beat who, so it's not as simple as that, but it could potentially happen. So yeah, exciting, very exciting event. How much racing will we have? I think the less racing we have, the more tense, the more exciting it potentially could be. The more racing we have, I think usually the favourites kind of rise to the top, but with the less racing, we have more of a chance of upsets and things maybe coming into play. So let's see. We are Stream Factory. Tuning said it seems unfortunate to cancel the race while some of the athletes are still managing to fly. These light conditions require exceptional skill. I'd agree with that, but the problem was literally everyone else in the race couldn't even get going on that one jibe mark. There was just nothing. So yeah, Colombo obviously made it round. He was looking like the best rider, making easy work of it, but I think it literally dropped to nothing. And I'm a big advocate of carrying on the race, but I think when you've got one rider going and the others can't even get going, maybe that's a sign to cancel it. But yeah, I'm a big fan of carrying on. I was speaking to Johan So about that very issue the other day, and it was really interesting. He, you know, obviously he's doing a lot more IQ foil now, and he's a big advocate of just carrying on. And he was saying, look, some of the riders are not even registering or using their big gear because they don't like it. I've got a 9.0, and he says, I'm almost tempted to not even register it because it's almost too big for when we actually have a race, because he feels, and he's 100 kilos, he said. So he's like, well, I think we could race in lighter, and if we had a bigger front wing, we could also go lighter. So, I mean, that's another discussion, but it is interesting, you know, and all this time, this does come from when you obviously do an IQ4, they've got 900 front wings. So it does change the game a little bit. But postponement flag is up. I think what we'll do is we'll take a break for sure, because I think it's going to be a day that we're going to be hanging around a lot. If soon as we get any action, I'll be straight back on to bring you the commentary. So stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.